Hello, welcome to our guided meditation. As we get situated today, I want to invite you just to take a moment to relax, get in a space that allows you to kind of close down the things that you've been about up to this point in your day, and to really do what we call plugging into the vine, which comes from the scripture John 15, where Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are the branches." And really to remain connected in Jesus is to experience life, is Jesus's point. So as we're here, I invite you to close your eyes if you are able to, and begin just to focus and become aware of your breathing. And so as you do that, different people will notice it in different places. Perhaps you feel that coolness on the back of your throat or in your nose. You may be aware of the rise and the fall of your chest. But whatever it is, on those exhales, release tension and stress in your face, in your neck, let go of anything in your shoulders, if your back is clenching, if your fingers or your leg muscles are holding. Even if your toes are clenching, just exhale and release all that we hold on to. And today we're going to take some time to hone in on something we talked about in the message yesterday in the service. We heard Christ is in us and is in all. And this is a really powerful message. So why don't we first take a moment to sit with this notion that Christ is in me. If you like breath prayer and centering, you may find it useful to repeat that phrase as you breathe. Christ in me. If you're more visual, you may prefer a picture of what that looks like to you as you sit breathing. But take some time just to meditate on that reality. Christ is in me. In the scriptures, we get a lot of pictures of light. Jesus both says, "I am the light." And Jesus also says, "You are the light." So for some, it may be useful to really picture that notion of light being associated with the Christ being in us. as you sit in this space, you may find it useful to even notice what feelings come up. What passes through you as you sit in this space? Christ in me. And as you become aware of them, just kind of notice them and let them go. And return to your first sense, Christ in me. Also, the longer that we sit, the easier it becomes for us to access this notion of doing. We might imagine, oh, because I do this or I do that, but try to be still. The truth is, Christ is in you regardless of what you are doing, both the good and the not so good. That Christ is in you because it was God's desire and plan to be in relationship with you, to connect with you. Because that was the plan from the beginning. So resist the urge to decide what you must do because of this. Just allow yourself to be there. Christ in me. As you sit in this space, as we sit focusing on Christ in me, the reality is Christ is in us and Christ is also in us all. So in a moment or so, we're going to be moving on from this space of remembering and connecting with the fact that Christ is in us. And as we move on, we're going to interact with other living beings, people, creatures, nature. And so rather than leave this space and walk out of it, as we prepare to leave this particular space, maybe imagine yourself walking into it, walking into the presence of heaven, so that the next person, the next moment in nature, the next living being that you connect with, that this stays Christ in me, Christ in you, Christ in us all. That same light, that same beauty in me, in you, and in us all. So with that, I encourage you, if you're ready, to go ahead and open your eyes and take in another deep breath and let it out. If you find that you need to spend more time in this space, like you're just not ready to leave, you're welcome to stay there. Otherwise, I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.